He that has eyes to see and ears to hear may convince himself that no mortal can keep a secret. If his lips are silent, he chatters with his fingertips, betrayal oozes out of him at every pore. Most people do not really want freedom, because freedom involves responsibility, and most people are frightened of responsibility. Religious doctrines are all illusions, they do not admit of proof, and no one can be compelled to consider them as true or to believe in them. In the depths of my heart I can't help being convinced that my dear fellow men, with a few exceptions, are worthless. Religion is a system of wishful illusions together with a disavowal of reality, such as we find nowhere else but in a state of blissful hallucinatory confusion. Religion's 11th commandment is thou shalt not question. It is that we are never so defenseless against suffering as when we love, never so helplessly unhappy as when we have lost our loved object or its love. Neurotics complain of their illness, but they make the most of it, and when it comes to taking it away from them they will defend it like a lioness her young. What progress we are making! In the Middle Ages they would have burned me. Now they are content with burning my books. A man should not strive to eliminate his complexes but to get into accord with them, they are legitimately what directs his conduct in the world. Poets are masters of us ordinary men, in knowledge of the mind, because they drink at streams which we have not yet made accessible to science. A love that does not discriminate seems to me to forfeit a part of its own value, by doing an injustice to its object, and secondly, not all men are worthy of love. Instinctive love toward an object demands a mastery to obtain it, and if a person feels they can't control the object or feel threatened by it, they act negatively toward it. No neurotic harbors thoughts of suicide which are not murderous impulses against others redirected upon himself. Conservatism, however, is too often a welcome excuse for lazy minds, loath to adapt themselves to fast-changing conditions. We are so constituted that we can gain intense pleasure only from the contrast, and only very little from the condition itself.